The Crit Show contains elements of horror, fantasy violence, and adult language. Content warnings can be found in the episode description. Open your Discord and go to the Clockwinders channel. Not you all, I'm sorry, not the listeners. You can do that too. But
you're not going to see anything.
But yeah, our Discord that we have for the business, because I was sent something the other day that I want to share with all of you.
All right, I'm in.
Yep, it's up. Based off of our conversation of the Ditto, someone made Megan as with Ditto face. So this was sent to me, and I don't know, 4 hours later, I got this one. Where they turned each of us into a Pokemon for Megan. And Jake has the most stoic face I've ever seen. That is the face of a Pokemon who is aware of what he has become.
I have no mouth. I have no mouth, but I must scream.
Yeah. So yeah, we will post these in the Discord. It's amazing.
It's very good.
Tass is a Mr. Mime. Jake is a Bulbasaur, and I'm an Arcanine.
Tass is a Mr. Mime with tentacles.
Yeah, that's how Bam always draws Tass, with tentacles instead of legs.
Thanks, Bam. Love you.
Yeah.
This is great. The hat says Alpha Ditto.
It does. This feels like it needs to be a very niche shirt.
I am so glad to see this too, because I didn't really have context for a message that I got from Bam that was just, what kind of Pokemon is Rev? And I'm like, I don't really know Pokemon to know ooh, he'd be this or that, but I know what one he likes.
I know which one he knows.
And now I know.
So yeah, join our Patreon and you can see the horrific Ditto Megan and Lost in the Void Jake.
I think this might be my new contact photo for Megan.
Well, let's just do that round the table here, I guess.
Oh my
It's so
god.
Good. I have to get this made into a shirt. I don't know what the thing above it would be, but
all right, saving this. I don't have a contact photo for you yet. That's weird.
Rude.
I know.
I don't think I have one for you either. I know which one I have for Tass.
Oh no.
It's from when we went.
Oh, can I guess?
Yeah.
Was it the New Year's Eve Disney filter?
No.
Oh, that was a great one.
I have no idea what you're talking about.
Oh, we did some New Year's Eve party right when you moved here with, I don't remember where the hell that was now. I'm losing my whole memory. And everybody was taking pictures with filters, and we happened to be next to each other, and it was like a princess, Disney filter. And it was the most insane, terrifying thing I've ever seen. I recall that every once in a while.
No, it's when we went ghost hunting or something.
Fuck.
It was Halloween and we went to a bunch of spooky places and we were in a tunnel.
Yeah.
And I took a picture of us with the flash on and you were the one looking and we both just have the worst faces.
Yeah. The most unflattering picture. Yeah, good. That's great.
I love it.
Yeah, I didn't realize that now iPhones do a full screen vertical contact photo, so it's just a looming horrible nightmare. Yeah. And then I cropped it down for the little circle for text messages just the ditto face.
Superb.
Oh, man. It's been a long time since I added a contact photo. I always have to wait until somebody sends me something
outrageous.
Particularly outrageous. And I got one for Rev and I've got one for Tass. But I didn't have one for Megan. That's weird.
Mine has not changed for Jake in 7-8 years.
What is it? Oh, yes. Very good.
It's the Tick and Arthur.
It's us as the Tick and Arthur.
Nice.
Yeah, I mean, you know what mine for you is, right? Do you remember the
yeah. Yeah.
He sent me a picture once
when I was trying to make that Arthur costume. Yeah.
Yeah, well, the suit he had bought to make Arthur, and it had no neck. And so he just sent me a picture of his face sticking out of a hole, and then it just sort of like grimace. It just slopes down to shoulders and arms. And I cropped out the face. And then Tass, do you know what my contact photo for you is?
No idea. Oh my God! How did you even get that picture?
It's Tass as a very little boy in overalls and a cowboy hat and a bandana.
I think it was from one of the times that everyone was just sharing old pictures of themselves in the Discord, and Jake was just like, yoink.
I feel like I usually don't keep them unless they are given to me. I feel like he had to have sent me that for some reason at some point.
Amazing.
Oh, man.
I'm sweating now. I've laughed too much.
Yeah.
I've raised my body temperature. I'm too warm.
Yeah.
Okay. Sweater off. I'm
Yep.
ready to go.
Okay.
Hello, everybody, and welcome to the Critshow, where we are playing the Clockwinders. Last time, our heroes bested a wicked fish underneath the ice, a gigantic fish, and claimed some of its bits for prizes, psychopaths, and then made their way to the location of this lost movement core, which appeared to be sort of an inverted cathedral made entirely of ice. Made their way inside, found that in its history, this seemed to be a place for both humans and fae once upon a time. Solved one of the challenges involving making beautiful music, and revealed an entrance to the lowest level, which is where we find ourselves right now, about ready to descend this spiral staircase. So the four of you, you three and Carver, make your way down. It's kind of slippery. It is a spiral staircase made of ice, after all. There are no handrails, so you have to mind your footing as you go down. It seems like it descends about a story, and the view around you is kind of bizarre because it is all it's translucent. Like, it's basically transparent if not for the imperfections. So you can kind of like see what you're walking away from and see where you are going to and see through the walls around you. That light is still glowing all about, so even within the stairwell, that light's just kind of refracting in and everything is well lit. But you make your way down that one floor and step out into another large open chamber that, again, kind of like the two floors before, looks like it would be sort of a congregation space. It is open. There are not seats here, but you can see like shallow divots in the ice, as if like maybe it had melted into a shape, or maybe it was shaped this way on purpose to be like places to sit or places to kneel. And they just sort of form rings around the center of the room, because at its center, you see what looks like a very complex mechanism. And I think for each of you, it immediately rings as a movement core. Although a substantial amount of it is exposed. A lot of the times these have been buried or contained. This one is sort of erupting up out of the floor, out of the ground. It is like, like the top half of a sphere. And you can see all of the cogs and gears, like the internals of a clock or a watch, wrapping around each other on multiple planes. But it is completely frozen over. You can see immediately that, like, although you can make out these details, its silhouette is tarnished because it is just iced over. It has lost some of its silhouette due to just ice filling in spaces that should be spaces. It is completely immobile. And beyond that, this room looks empty.
Oh my goodness. How do you suppose we solve a problem of a frozen mechanism?
I want to run over and put my hands on the ice.
Okay. Literally running? Just out of curiosity.
Yeah.
Okay. It's tough. It's slippy under feet. So yeah, you run your way over there. And I think as you leave the staircase, as you are crossing this room, you hear sounds that at first might seem like just the sound of your footsteps or like the echoes thereof, but it almost sounds like whispers coming from within this room around you. But they're very faint, and you get to that center point before like they catch your attention at all. You are able to get your hands on the movement core, and it's very cold.
Am I the only one that hears that sound?
What are the other two of you doing as Maxine starts to run for it?
I'm doing my usual scanning the area. I mean, I don't know how long this thing has been closed up, but it makes one wonder if there's anything layering down here.
Okay.
I think I would be looking around for other elements that are not made of ice. Like, are there pipes running through here or something that we could put hot water through, or just to see if there's other things besides the core that are not made of ice.
Okay. Then to answer your question, Megan, I think that the two of you also hear this. It sounds like it's kind of mixed in with the sounds she is making as she moves across the room, but you just hear this faint kind of sounds like whispers around.
Okay, yeah, I go over and put my hands on the ice. Does it seem like this is the case as it was upstairs, where under the heat of my hands, like, it's not melting?
Correct.
Boy, this ice also doesn't seem to melt with just regular heat.
I kind of pause for a second. When she says that, does that whispering continue, like, under this new type of sound she's making? Like, before it was, like, her footfalls and stuff? Is that whispering still underneath her talking?
Yes.
Can I, like, try to look at the angles of the bounce of this place to see, like, where in the world would that be? Like, if something was making a sound, like, if you've ever been in a cathedral, you can, like, stand in a spot and talk and hear it. Like, I'm just trying to look around to see, like, where the hell would that be coming from?
Triangulate the source?
Yeah.
Okay. I don't think I need you to roll, like, investigate or notice on this. I think it's very hard to pin down. Like, you notice immediately, just as you're trying to, that it sounds like it's coming from all over the place in here. It does sound like it's coming from floor level. It doesn't sound like it's, like, speakers in the ceiling or anything like that, but it is kind of bouncing all over the place because it is just an empty, solid chamber.
Okay. Yeah, I think on instinct, I just look down, like, at this icy, clear floor and be like, oh God, I hope there's not somebody under me.
Why don't you roll to overcome with lore?
I just said I hope there's not somebody under me.
That's neither here nor there.
Okay.
Give me an overcome with lore. It's sort of observation-y, but it's sort of ether observation, which is why I don't want to use just investigate or notice.
And I do also want to remind you that I do have a stunt that automatically informs me when something I'm encountering isn't what it appears due to ether or its user.
Perfect. Okay, then never mind.
Okay.
You rolled nothing. As you are trying to look around and clock what is going on in this room, trying to locate the sound, I think it sort of clarifies in your ears, and you start to notice shadows isn't exactly the right word, but you can see movement through this room that is, it's almost invisible. It's like reflections in the surfaces of the ice around. And it seems to be, from image and from sound, people. Just like multiple individuals. I think it's hard to hone in on what they are saying and what they are doing, but it is like reflections or shadows of people in this room.
Is it almost kind of like, make sure I'm understanding this correctly, is it like looking through like a cloak of invisibility, or is it like a shadow that it's almost like they're not quite there, but they are there? Like the distortion field of a predator, or like
no,
a
not
shadow?
Kind of like the latter, like they're not quite there, but they're there. But imagine that you saw somebody's reflection, but nobody was standing in front of the mirror.
Uh-huh.
It's kind of like that all over the place in just the facets and the floors. Like you are just catching glimpses of movement that seem like reflections in the ice without a source.
Okay.
And the sounds seem to be kind of following those reflections, therefore coming from everywhere in here.
Guys, I think this place might be haunted.
All right. Is anything, to your perception, angry with us?
It's whispering. I can't tell what it's saying, but it's like moving around the room, and like it's in the room, but I can't see it, but I can kind of see its reflection sometime.
Yeah, Einon, if you want to give me an investigate roll, you could get an idea of motive. Actually, I'd accept a few things. It could be like an investigate. It could be like an empathy. I'm negotiable.
Yeah, I mean, I think I'll investigate.
Okay. Overcome with investigate, trying to beat a 3, please.
Okay. Fantastic. 4.
Okay. You listen in and observe what Kade is describing to you. You are able to catch it too now with his assistance, and you don't get any indication that this is hostile. I think you do get the feeling that it is pained.
Oh, interesting. There's a sort of a layer of pain? Sorrow, maybe?
What? Like, did the... Huh?
I'm not sure.
I'd be hesitant to try and chip through this ice if we damaged the movement core, but maybe we could try something else to remove it away.
It's like super cold in here. Kade is sweating. He is convinced
Okay.
there are ghosts in here now.
I'm not sure if you can communicate with us, but we're not here to harm you. We're here to fix this device, and I'm hoping that will be mutually beneficial. My name's Einon.
I think Maxine's just looking over at them like she was not paying attention to the ghost conversation. She was focused on the movement core, and she's just like, "Are you talking to the ice?"
No, the spirit?
Spirit? What? Did I miss something?
Yeah, ghost. There's something in here that's like not here, but it's here, and it's. What'd you say? It's sad and pained.
I think pained more than anything, though generally if I'm in pain, I'm also sad, so I'm not sure if I'm conflating that.
Is it something that's supposed to be protecting?
Possibly. Are you trying to protect this place? How old are you?
How did you die?
How did you die?
And Cade's like, no.
I see spirit orbs.
I gotta get back to the van.
I can see my breath. Wait, no, okay, no,
I
that
get
makes sense.
inside of Smee.
Jake, you should compel Kade to put the yearbook out for the ghost to sign.
As you all are kind of puzzling this out, Carver is unperturbed. He has also made his way kind of slowly and carefully over towards the movement core. And you can see just delight on his face, like being face to face with one of these. He is beaming. He is kind of walking around it. He is like putting his hands on it, getting low, like just trying to investigate and check this thing out. He seems... Tass started dancing when I said getting low.
Dropping it.
Lowering himself. Debasing himself. But yeah, he is like hardly paying attention to anything any of you are saying. He is just fucking psyched to see this thing.
I think Maxine is like very pleased that he has this reaction. Isn't it just fascinating? It's not like the other movement cores we've seen because it hasn't been altered.
Through his big smile, he says, "Yes, it looks like it would be worth a fortune."
Ooh, I think Maxine's smile falters a bit. Worth a fortune? I mean, you couldn't sell it. It needs to stay here. It needs to function.
Oh, yes, of course. No, I'm just saying that it is a priceless item, even more so than the other movement cores. No, they are already so rare and protected, and this is one that has been lost and is in a unique condition. It is just a remarkable piece of history.
I see.
It pains me that I'm definitely focused on the ghost conversation.
I see. With my stunt, takes one to know one, can I tell if he's lying to me?
How does that work again?
I use deceive instead of empathy to defend against deceive actions.
All right, why don't you roll to defend against a deceive action?
We got our answer, but not in character.
3.
Carver got himself a 5. You want to invoke anything to bump your defense up?
Yeah, I'm gonna invoke a mending clockwinder. Like, my whole new mission is to set things right, and it definitely seems like he's trying to interfere with that, perhaps.
All right, that'll get you to a tie, which would give him a boost over you, unless you want to invoke something additional to make it a success. Either way, though, you will defend this deception.
God, I feel like I can't give him a boost knowing that he's lying to me. I've got to know the truth and, like, know it completely.
Okay. What else could you invoke?
I'm going to go with the truth is worth the risk.
How so?
Like, this guy's our guide out here. Like, he's the person that we have entrusted to be our partner in this new part of our endeavor, and we've put a lot of faith in him.
Like risking our way home and
Yeah.
safety and stuff.
Okay. Spend that additional fate point. That will get you to a success. You fully defend. So, yeah, you can tell that he is being dishonest, that he kind of let his mask slip in getting excited about the potential value of this and is now trying to backtrack and cover his ass to not put you on the defensive.
It's just that, worth a fortune is kind of antithetical to priceless.
He laughs. That is a great point. You've got me there. A poor choice of words, I suppose.
Well, goodbye. I'll talk to you later.
Well, anyway, you all stay here. I'm going to go check the doors, check on old Rusty.
Check on the ship.
Go see if the ads are running.
While Maxine is talking to Carver, Einon, you are calling out to whatever is in this room. I think you and Kade, you both start to hear a response of some form. You hear words forming, just disjointed, disconnected words. You hear voices saying, dying. You hear voices saying, abandoned.
Yes, we've got the context for both of those thus far. Do you have anything else for us? This place is filled with dying people and has thus far been abandoned. We are on the same page.
I'm trying to think of what role, if anything, this would be.
Provoke.
Yeah. I feel like this might be worthy of a roll, but if it is, I'm going to give it to you on the free skis. I think that Einon realizes this is a matter of ether magic, and that like no rapport you could form with this is going to work because it's not like a thinking, conscious entity. It is like a residual emotion in this place. So you cannot tap into it, you don't think.
I turn to Kade with a frown. I'm not certain of the correct term. Maybe a shade? Something like that. It's less of what we had dealt with in the swamp and more like an echo, a residual. I don't think it's something that can be reasoned with. I think you or Maxine might be needed here to coax out whatever's going on. Or possibly the good captain, if he has any magical affinity that might be able to help.
Kade, I think hearing Einon refer to this ghost as something that simply cannot be reasoned with might give you the heebie-jeebies and compel you to bail the fuck out of here.
Yeah.
Do you want to spend a fate point and resist this compel? Or do you want to accept it, run for the hills, and earn a fate point?
Define the hills.
Ghost free.
Like,
Till I can't see any of this anymore.
like, I could see that Kade would go upstairs.
I think outside of the facility. I think exiting the cathedral, going and hanging out with Rusty out front.
Yeah.
Okay. Here, enjoy a fate point.
Thanks.
So what do we see? What happens?
Okay, there might be Smee might have there might be a way to just let me check. And I just run up the stairs.
Okay. You hear just like the squeaking of his feet like slipping on the ice as he bolts upstairs.
I watch him go for a very long moment, and then I turn to Maxine. When we thaw this out, how confident are you that you can fix it?
Confident? And I look at Carver. Less so now. To be honest, I didn't really think about the fact that this wouldn't really be structured the same as the other movement cores we've both worked on and have been trained to work on.
Marvelous. Well, I get the feeling that I spoke slightly out of turn with Kade in regards to the possibility of a spirit in this place.
I want to paint the image. You can see Kade like faintly through the ice, running up the stairs, and then up the next set, and out of this building. You can just see
all watch him.
Yeah, just a wonky reflection of him through multiple layers of a clear surface.
Like you see him slip and fall and get up. And like
Carver, you've known Kade for a long time. Do you mind going to talk to him? We're really going to need his help if we're going to get this thing working. And I shoot Einon a look.
A look.
I whisper to myself, something's happening.
Last time I missed it. This time I'm very on guard.
I'm ready for this.
Let me ask you on a meta scale, how honest is this request? Are you genuinely primarily wanting him to go calm Kade down, or are you primarily wanting to get him out of here because you think he's up to something?
Primarily, I want him out of here. I think that everything I said was true, which would be hard for him to argue against, and that's the point, but I want him gone so I can talk to Einon.
Okay, I think I'm going to have you make a deceive action against him then, and he's going to defend it with empathy.
5.
Okay, he got a 3, so you beat him. You see his eyes kind of like linger on the movement core as his face turns to you before his eyes catch up and meet yours. And he seems a little hesitant, but then he smiles. Of course, no man left behind. And he turns and heads back towards the stairs and up.
I have my hand on one of the icy walls, and I'm just trying to dig deep for the ether within me. I'm trying to get in touch with my mutant power here.
You are found wanting.
Yep.
Einon, are you stuck?
Oh, my goodness. I was really zoned in on this. No, I'm good.
And I, gesture with both of my hands, get over here.
I hustle over.
I'm afraid we can't trust Carver.
The pirate? No.
I know, right? I thought he was on the level as well. I thought he wanted what we want, but the way he looked at this movement core, we don't even have it running yet, and he's already thinking of how to get money from it, how to sell it.
Well, I'm sure there's a manner of that I was prepared for, but if you're saying he wants to, remove it entirely and sell the thing...
That's what I'm saying. I mean, we had kind of set up the idea that we'd put a tab on this one and he'd be able to collect ether and distribute it or whatever he wanted to do. But if he thinks it's worth more as a whole unit, he talked about it being completely unique and unlike any of the other ones that are accessible and guarded. We're giving him complete access to this one, and we're not going to be able to control what he does with it.
No, you're certainly right, but he is a businessman and an adventurous man. I think it's going to come down to a few things after we thaw this out and figure out how to manipulate it at all. Depending on what it's made of, I'm sure we can pitch him several things. Sure, it is unique in that it is one of these lost cores, but only a handful of people on Cadvini would take a pile of scrap that he's brought from somewhere and believe it truly is what he says it is. We could try to appeal to him that it would be an extremely difficult sell.
Maybe, he might come to terms with that reasoning, but the fact that he's been lying to us and acting under this pretense that he agrees with us is going to make it difficult to trust him at all.
You're right. I suppose our options are kill him and whoever's next in line on the ship, we reason with them, or we find a better sell for him. We appeal to the nature of the mystery of this place and being able to have a tap to ether that no one else knows the location of.
I think you're right. None of that is really going to matter until we can figure out how to get through this ice.
True.
I have an idea. This place houses the movement core, and obviously from what we saw upstairs and all of this, and I gesture around to all of the rings around the movement core, it was revered in some sense. If regular thermodynamics is not going to affect this ice, I think ether is going to be the option. I'm going to try something. Just watch my back, okay?
Absolutely.
And I'll take my gloves off again and put my hands back on the ice. And this time I want to try and channel ether into the ice, into the movement core.
Okay, are you trying to use your repair stunt?
I don't know. I don't know if this would be repairing it or if this would just be tapping into the magic itself to affect the ice, to see if it affects the ice. If I did the repair, theoretically that would be the movement core as a whole, right? And so all of the rust and damage or whatever had happened to it would be fixed as well?
I think if you tried to do the repair in this context, it would just melt the ice. It would just reveal to you the movement core. I think before we get as far as having you roll anything, as you put your hands on this and start to try and channel ether to whatever end, Einon, you become acutely aware of a change in the vibe in this room. And those flitting reflections and all of the surfaces around you seem to take a much more substantial form. I think using the term shade was good. You see shadows, like three-dimensional, separate from the surfaces around you, semi-transparent, start to form and rush in Maxine's direction. And that chorus of pained whispers grows louder and harsher.
Into cheering and excitement.
Yeah, loud, harsh cheering and excitement. Like a metal concert.
Oh, damn it. I'll immediately call out, Maxine, stop! And I'm going to try to put an arrow through one of these shades.
You knock an arrow and fire at one of these. Is there anything unique about this arrow or anything?
Trundle made it, who is a fey folk.
Yeah, I think that it passes harmlessly through this thing. You just see your arrow whip through, and there is nary a change in the shade as it hits the ice wall beyond and clatters to the floor.
When he says, Maxine, stop, I'll take my hands off the movement core.
Okay. As soon as you abandon your task, the vibe shifts back to how it was when you entered. The shades vanish, sort of retract back into the surfaces from which they emitted. You continue to see those reflections. You continue to hear those whispers, but there is not an assault anymore.
Okay. I put the bow back across my shoulders. I pull out one of the fish teeth, the big long saber length teeth, and I just kind of have that ready in my hand, and I'll start cautiously moving back to Maxine. Did you see those?
No, I was focusing on the core, and I heard you tell me to stop, so I took my hands away. I heard your arrow. What was it?
The shades, they damn near rushed you.
So they are here to protect the movement core.
Something. I don't know if it's protection or whether they are just adverse to ether use in this manner. Maybe they want it locked up the way it is. Maybe they are part of the protections with the locking of the planet, and they don't want these back online for that purpose. I don't know. I can't make heads or tails of it.
We need Kade back here.
I'll go over to the stairwell. Kade, I spoke with the ghosts, and they've seemed perfectly reasonable now.
Let's jump backwards in time a little bit. Kade has made his way up and outside. Smee and Rusty are standing out there, headbutting each other.
Smee, there's ghosts. Yeah, and like sorrowful or pained, something, but it's packed to the gills with them. Yeah, fuck that.
And a few moments later, you hear footsteps approaching, and you look, and Carver is walking your direction towards the doors.
Hey, you possessed by a ghost of the ice?
Oh, it's good you specified. No. He smiles at you. What's going on?
There's a lot of ghosts in there.
Yes, I heard you mention that.
Yeah, they got to get them out of there before I can get my work done. So if one of them could, like, exercise the room or something.
Okay.
Yeah, just let them know that.
I didn't get the impression that one of them was like a priest or anything. Did I miss that?
Yeah, no, we're plucky.
What, I don't recall you being so superstitious.
Yeah, we, in our travels, we keep finding people who have died and their spirits get caught, and, like, we found one that was just hunting people for food, and then it was going to kill us, and Einon almost got by it, and then Maxine almost got by it, and, like, everywhere we go, wherever there's been, like, a bad death, there's a bad thing that's then trying to hurt people. I can't, like, do anything about that.
He's kind of nodding with a furrowed brow. You could tell he's trying to understand.
Yeah. Have you ever encountered a ghost?
Not to my knowledge.
Yeah, it's weird. Like, it changes the room or whatever space it's in, and you can feel it coming towards you even when you don't see it, and it's like it feels like the end.
Do they ever just look like a normal person?
Kade's like trying to go back through the various things that they've seen.
Could you mistake one for just a normal person in, like, everyday interaction?
Oh God, I don't know.
I mean, it sounds like sensations I have had interacting with certain people.
Yeah.
But I've never clocked them as a ghost, and they've never, I don't know, plunged their incorporeal hands into my chest cavity or anything like that. So.
Yeah. No, like the ones that we've, like, I know dangers. I've like talked with dangerous people, but there's like he comes at me, I punch him in his face.
Yes,
but
of course.
With a ghost, it's like I punch him and it goes through, and then because I touched the shadow, now he's draining my life force, and I'm having memories of my own birth and death at the same moment.
Jesus.
God.
He looks like horrified. He looks back over his shoulder inside, and he's like, "You're making a good point." He pulls out his character sheet. What did you say your trouble is called? What's the word?
Phasmophobia.
Okay, he scratches his out and writes in Phasmophobia. And you hear Einon, distantly echoing voice calling up to you again.
And what does it say?
I've reasoned with the ghosts. They're perfectly happy to work with us now.
I look at Carver. I don't believe him.
Yes, I'm not sure that I do either.
Believe me, it's all fine.
I will go back in there and I will touch base.
Yeah, the ghosts don't have to be gone. It'd be great if they were, but they it's gotta be chiller in
Yeah,
there.
it's got to be a good vibe. I understand. He like claps a hand on your shoulder and nods, and he turns and heads back in. Einon, a few moments later, you hear footsteps. You see somebody coming, but you realize that it's Carver as he descends back to your floor.
No luck?
Buddy, I don't know what to tell you. He didn't buy it.
Damn it.
What I mean, he explained to me a little bit of his apprehension and what you all have encountered. What is actually happening in here, other than the whispers?
Well, we're not sure exactly why. Maybe we need another test, but it seems like Maxine here is fairly confident that she can melt this ice and get us to a point of being able to fix or analyze the core. But when she did so, the shades rushed her, and they seemed angry about it. But it doesn't seem like we can communicate with them, interact with them, with anything other than magic. So I'm not sure if it's simply the act of using magic that got Maxine rushed, or if it was specifically that she was using it with the core in mind.
Carver shrugs. I mean, there's one way to find out. You could try using it not on the core and see if they attack again.
Are you willing to be the bait in that manner?
Sure. I mean, I can just kind of start again, and it seemed like by the time I've removed my hands or I cut off the flow of ether, everything went back to the way it was before. So, theoretically, the same should happen if anything is going to happen.
All right.
What are you going to do with it? Are you going to try and use it to talk to them, or are you going to just try the core again? It sounds like they get pissed when you touch the core.
I was just going to touch one of these. I gesture to the, little bench things around the core. See if I could melt this.
He takes a couple steps back from that spot and, gestures invitingly. By all means, I've got your back.
Yeah, I'll start channeling some ether.
All right, why don't you make a lore roll? I feel like this is going to create an advantage because there are aspects to be revealed here, and I think you're going to be trying to beat a 4.
6.
Okay, that is a success. So you will get 1 free invoke as you channel ether into one of these divots in the ice. You do again all hear the chorus of whispers get more defined. Not louder exactly, but like when you're trying to tune past the static on a radio channel and you're getting closer. And you see a reflection start to kind of solidify within that divot, and then slowly emerge from it, for lack of a better word. It's like the reverse of approaching a mirror and seeing your reflection in it. The reflection gets closer and the figure casting it appears. It is what looks like a young satyr. You can tell that they are not real. They're not corporeal. They are a memory, for lack of a better word. But they are sort of kneeling, pitched forward, prostrate in this divot, facing towards the movement core in the center. And you can hear them muttering to themselves. They have doomed us, but I will not falter. I will not abandon you. This place may not survive, and I may not survive, but I will stay. It is what is deserved. So this aspect is called the Final Devout, and you get 1 free invoke. This represents these entities in this place. These are the remaining spirits of people who worshipped here and refused to leave as it died. And I think Einon in particular, you definitely notice Carver take a half step backwards.
Yeah. I'm going to take a step forward now that this is sort of manifested and see if I feel like it hears me at all as I kneel down next to him. Is there any way that we can help you?
Tass, why don't you roll to overcome with lore, applying your knowledge of like the Fae and these types of places. I think you're trying to beat a 4.
Ooh, okay. I'm at a 3, but I'm an adventuring scholar. This is my area of study. I'd spend a point on that.
Okay, that will get you to a success. So, as you try to communicate with this elf, you immediately realize that they don't hear you. They're not really here. You're sort of seeing another place or time right now.
Sure.
You are an observer. But in your observation and listening to what they are saying and watching how they're behaving and just what you know of places like this, of temples and congregations and whatnot, you can just feel the doom and despair on them. And I think you get the impression that, like, in the moment you're watching, like, there's more of it beyond the bounds of this individual, right? Like, there's more going on in the room that this individual is in that you all aren't seeing because it just isn't part of this effect you've mustered. But that seems prevalent, this doom and despair and, like, trying so hard to keep a little light, to keep a little bit of hope, even though they know that this is catastrophe. And that was the last sensation in this place. That's the last thing anybody ever felt here, and that's what holds on. But you know that these places are not meant to be that. No temple or house of worship or anything like that in this world is meant to be a place of despair. They're meant to be places of hope and love and happiness. So I think what you realize is they are sort of in a doom spiral and on defense. And that is why Maxine just coming at the core set them off. But if you can somehow change the vibe in here, if you can bring it back to, like, the idea of this being a place of happiness and warmth and comfort, and, like, shift these shades into that mindset, they would instead be receptive to engagement with the core. They're coming at it from a bad place right now, and they don't know better.
Okay. I get up and back away from the figure and turn back to the other two. This might sound like a wild idea, but we need to liven up the place.
I'd look at him. What?
They are just echoes, but they exist. They have power. I'm not necessarily willing to test the extent of what they could do in earnest if they are angry with us, but I'm certain it's not nothing. Otherwise, it would be very difficult to interact with them directly, since they are residual. But they're feeling what they felt at the end, when everything locked, when they perished. This was supposed to be a place that they held high in their mind, that they worshipped and celebrated, but it's tainted with their souls in anguish, losing their place of worship, losing their lives, unwilling to depart from here and leave it to decay. So we've got to be the catalyst. We've got to bring back a feeling for them of hope, joy, something, whatever we can muster. I kind of side-eye the stairway going up. We need to get rid of any of our own misgivings as much as we can with however we interact with this place.
I think about what he's saying and look at this satyr and the sadness and fear that it's experiencing, but knowing that underneath those feelings is hope and respect for the movement core. Like, that's why they're here. And I move over and kneel next to them in this divot, kind of match their position.
Okay.
I'll join her.
All right. I think Carver looks a little bit confused, but shrugs. When in Rome, and he moves over to another one of these divots and also mimics this position.
Maxine, when you were focusing on this, was it more of a manner of destroying the ice, or a thought of fixing the machine?
I mean, not so much fixing the machine, as that's a little more of Kade's specialty, but more like making it accessible. Not exactly destroying the ice, but getting past it as a defense?
I wonder if it would make any difference, even if it's in your own mind's eye, if you think about it more like honoring this device, warming it, imbuing it with the warmth to melt the ice, instead of something defensive or destructive. And I'll gently like reach out to just put a hand on the ice as well.
I've spent so much of my life dedicated to these things before I even knew what they really were. I've worked to learn about them and become the sort of person that can take care of them because I thought that what they were doing was important, and in a way it is, but now knowing that everything I thought I knew about them was wrong. Not wrong exactly, but not true. Not what they truly are. And now understanding what they can do, what they should do, and seeing one here, how it's meant to be, it's the most beautiful thing I've ever seen. I look at the satyr next to me. Even though I know they can't hear me, I understand your devotion, and I respect it. I just want to make things right, and I'll put my hands back on the movement core.
Again, Carver kind of mimics what the two of you are doing. He puts his hands on the movement core as well. And I think you can all feel sort of an ephemeral shift in the tone in this room. It feels warmer, for lack of a better word. And you again hear those whispers kind of sharpen. You see those flitting reflections converge around the movement core in the middle of the room. And you can feel like a heat that comes with them, a light that seems to come with them that is brighter around the core than elsewhere in the room. And you hear a drip and another drip, 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 drip. And as you look up, you see that the ice around the movement core is starting to melt. And I think that is where we will leave it off this go round.
Drip, drip.
With Mad Drip.
Nice.
Thank you, everybody, for joining us for another episode of The Crit Show. If you are interested in more information about Fate or the Clockwinders, you can find that in the episode description. You should also check out our Patreon at patreon.com/thecritshow. Tiers start as low as $1 for access to the most aggressively welcoming Discord on the internet, and they scale up from there with additional incredible goodies every step along the way.
The pad on your microphone's looks like it's got a little nibble out of it.
Sorry, I got hungry. Sorry, I was feeling peckish.
Gang, 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 gang.
Let me just give it, and we'll just see how this sounds, and maybe they'll like it, and maybe you'll cut it. See if that picked up at all.
Okay.
Because I didn't hear it.
Yeah, I didn't either.
Anyway, I bit the microphone, and I hope you love that. And that's just a sample of the kinds of wonderful things you can experience on our Patreon and in further episodes. So tune in next time for more Adventures of the Clockwinders. Everybody say bye.
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 See you on the flippity. We got the drippity.
The Crit Show is a Critshow Studios production, edited and produced by Brandon Wentz, with music by Jake Purley. You can find more information about us at thecritshowpodcast.com. To keep up to date with upcoming live shows, contests, and other special events, follow us at The Crit Show on Facebook, Instagram, and Twitter. For even more weekly content, join us at patreon.com/thecritshow.